All right. Hey, Natasha, Team Canada, the Paralympics hockey, going for gold after a game that ended, it was real early this morning, I think. So we're going to be talking about it a little while here on Breakfast Television about the Paralympics. Also going to be talking about why people just aren't covering this. I mean, including us. You know, no one seems to be covering this. Incredible sports going on right now.
Yeah, lots of sports don't get covered, right? We kind of always stick with the NBA and then MLB and NHL, and there's so many athletes out there.
Yeah, there's not enough dart coverage, I'm finding, on TV these
Darts,
days.
that's your thing, huh? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to work on it. Maybe I'll work it into the weather somehow. I don't know. You know, people make the joke, right, about meteorologists and weather and darts. Anyway, -10. That's the wind chill out there right now that you need to dress for as you head out the door. Tomorrow morning, by the way, is going to be even colder. So we'll wake up with wind chills about -16 to -18. We also have some lake effect flurries coming this afternoon. I'll show you that in a second. But there are the cold Friday morning wind chills that we have to look forward to tomorrow. Watch the car this weekend. We've got a good sunny, dry stretch ahead of us, and temperatures will be a little bit above seasonal. Look at this. We've got 9 forecasts for Sunday in Windsor. We've got 6 degrees in the forecast for Toronto. And then spring arrives, of course, Tuesday. We are watching potentially a little bit of snow. Speaking of snow, there's that lake effect snow band that will be making its way in this afternoon. Anytime after 4 p.m., just watch the west end. I think Durham, Scarborough will walk away dry from this afternoon. It's really going to be targeting the west end. Accumulation trace most maximum here. And then there's your Friday. Look at that. Lots of sunshine, as I mentioned. Here's the forecast for this afternoon, getting up to 2 degrees. Could see a little bit of rain mixing in with those flurries along the lake, down out through, let's say, Mimico, right along the lakeshore there. And then 7-day forecast, which I will tweet out very shortly. There's your dry stretch, increase in cloud Monday, Tuesday, one to watch. First day of spring, but a system that will potentially hit Atlantic Canada again with some significant snow. Could graze us as well with some snowfall. We're watching it, Carrie.
Okay, thanks a lot, Natasha. Well, right now, your drive is looking very good. We are not spotting any issues. We can check some drive times just to see how some of the routes are shaping up this morning. On the westbound 401, one of the busier routes that we're following, typically slow, though, right now, from Nielsen over to Kennedy Express and Collectors. Not too bad, though, coming out of Brampton on the southbound 410, or if you're heading out of Barrie this morning, southbound 400, that is still moving along at a great pace from Highway 89 down to King Road. Just a reminder that College has fully reopened in both directions between Spadina and Huron after a collision investigation. That's it for traffic. Back to you, Mel.
A 29-year-old man will be making a court appearance this morning after a violent triple homicide in Ajax. A mother and her 2 teen children killed in their home. Our Tammy Sutherland live there now with the very latest on this investigation. Tammy.
Well, Melanie, the 13-year-old girl who was found seriously wounded inside of this home behind me here on Hilling Drive, the home that's lit up, she died overnight, unfortunately, and she was found inside of the home alongside of her 39-year-old mother and 15-year-old brother, both of which were pronounced dead here on scene yesterday morning when police arrived. Now, we're here in the Westney and Bailey area of Ajax. This is where police still have this area cordoned off as they continue this investigation. They have not officially released the names of the victims. Now, CityNews has learned the names of the victims, but we have chosen not to broadcast those names at this time. We have learned the 15-year-old boy played for a minor league hockey team in Toronto, was a top prospect, a goalie for the team as well. We're still waiting for more information on the suspect, who was then arrested yesterday evening at about 7 o'clock after a manhunt that lasted pretty much all day. He was taken into custody in Oshawa. Now, we do know he's 29 years old. Police have not released his name at this point, but they do say his name will officially be put on the record once the charges against him are sworn in when he appears in court this morning in Oshawa. Mel, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Tammy Sutherland, thank you for that update. Alcohol believed to be a factor in a wrong-way hit-and-run that has left a 21-year-old woman in critical condition. The victim was at the crosswalk, reportedly when the yellow lights were flashing. This is on Huron near College, around 2:30. That's when she was hit by an SUV, allegedly heading the wrong way down Huron. The 19-year-old driver took off, was eventually found near Spadina and Eglinton. He now faces a list of charges. The area has since fully reopened to traffic. Well, in the wake of the UK expelling 23 diplomats for Russia's alleged role in the poisoning of a former spy on British soil, attention quickly turned to what Donald Trump may do. Seems he's ready to back the UK.
It sounds to me like they believe it was Russia, and I would certainly take that finding as fact. As soon as we get the facts straight, if we agree with them, we will condemn Russia or whoever it may be.
Britain told the 23 diplomats they have to leave in a week's time after Moscow's refusal to say how a Russian-made nerve agent was used to poison an ex-spy and his daughter in southern England. This is on March 4th. Both are still in critical condition in hospital. Now, our prime minister says it is unacceptable if Russia, in fact, had any role in this attack.
The attack is despicable and unacceptable, that there be chemical weapons used against citizens of the United Kingdom. And Russia's likely involvement in this is also absolutely unacceptable and needs to be condemned in the strongest terms. That's what I told Theresa May.
Russia denies any involvement. The country's foreign minister says Moscow will definitely expel British diplomats in retaliation. Meanwhile, still with politics, U.S. President Donald Trump admits that he told our prime minister a bit of a fib. Trump making the admission last night during a fundraising speech saying that he made up trade information in a meeting with Justin Trudeau. He apparently insisted to Trudeau that the United States runs a trade deficit with Canada, but in reality, he doesn't actually know that as a fact. Trump then reportedly went on to mimic Trudeau. So far, there has been no response from the prime minister's office.